There is no encirclement of Kupyansk by Russian invaders. On the contrary, Ukrainian defenders are gradually pushing the occupiers out of the city. Military observer Denis Popovich reported this on Radio NV. In Kupyansk, not only are the Russian army and Ukrainian troops not encircled, there's no hint of encirclement. It's not even in the plans for Kupyansk. The Russians are now faced with the question of how to hold on to Kupyansk. The purge of the forces the Russians abandoned is ongoing. They have also infiltrated, including through the pipeline discovered in early autumn, Popovich noted. He noted that fighting continues within the city limits, but that clearing the settlement of occupiers is a matter of time. We are gradually pushing them out of there. The operation to clear out these Russian infantry groups that have infiltrated there is ongoing, the expert emphasized. He emphasized that the invaders were faced with the question of how to hold out in the city. According to Popovich, positive information can be expected from the activities of the Ukrainian defense forces in this area in the future. Ukrainian forces advanced near Stepova-Novoselivka village southeast of Kupyansk, reported the Institute for the Study of War. Russia intensified its offensive on Kupyansk this summer. Russia aims to surround and occupy Kupyansk and seize Kupyansk-Vazlovyi, a city located south of Kupyansk, which serves as an important logistics and railway hub for the region. Viktor Tregyubov, head of the United Forces Communications Department, said that bypassing Kupyansk from the Russian side is not working, despite statements from the Russian leadership. It is Kupyansk-Vazlovyi that remains stable and fortified, while further to the east the enemy tries to press, but no active capture has been recorded. But the enemy is trying to press to the east of it, trying to squeeze Ukrainian troops from the left bank of the Oskil River. Not very successful, but there is real pressure, serious attempts. Unlike the city itself, entering there is not particularly easy for the enemy right now. Unlike Kupyansk-Vazlovyi, despite Putin's statements that there are 15 battalions encircled there, which physically cannot fit that same settlement stands normally fortified. But to its east the Russians are trying to push, to break through, even if it won't work another way, Viktor Tregyubov said. Assessing Russian reserves in this direction, the spokesperson noted that the personnel there are more than enough in the Russian Federation, but not enough for a serious buildup. These are trained people, but not some recruits, but people who signed a contract and have undergone training over several months, for example. In other words, these are people who already have a certain specialty, not full, mobilized, troops who were just drafted and thrown into battle. But this is usually not the ones who fight their whole life. A representative of the command stressed that Russia is trying to bypass Kupyansk after failures to take it under control. According to him, around the district center there is a very large kill zone, and even attempts to bypass it encounter objective difficulties. Tregyubov also drew attention to the possible impact of the weather. Heavy fog could create conditions for covert movement of Russian units, but for now they have not approached Kupyansk due to the existing obstacles. In discussing advantages by force, the spokesman named the main component of Russia's offensive efforts, the aerial drones. Ukraine holds the edge in maritime drones, but aerial technologies maintain parity, while Russia's industrial capabilities allow them to significantly bolster capabilities in this area. Earlier in the north of Kupyansk, there was an operation to eliminate Russian units that had penetrated into the city. Kupyansk has strategic importance for the defense of Donbass, and its loss could lead to the encirclement of Ukrainian forces on the left bank of the Oskil. The threat to the city had been growing since the summer, and the activity of Russian formations employing small group infiltration tactics further complicates the situation. Four people were killed by a raging fire at a high-rise Hong Kong housing complex on Wednesday that left others trapped inside, authorities said. According to Associated Press, the city's fire services department reported 4 deaths and 3 people injured. Police earlier reported 8 victims. The reason for the discrepancy wasn't immediately clear. Hong Kong media said that one of the deceased was a firefighter, but that could not be immediately confirmed. The raging fire sent up a column of flames and thick smoke as it spread on bamboo scaffolding that had been set up around the exterior of the complex in the city's Taipa district. Live video from the scene showed firefighters aiming water at the intense flames from high up on ladder trucks. The blaze was reported mid-afternoon and upgraded to a number 4 alarm fire, the second highest level of severity, the Fire Services Department said. Police said they had received multiple reports of people trapped in the affected buildings. Taipa is a suburban area in the northern part of Hong Kong in the New Territories and near the border with the mainland Chinese city of Shenzhen.